I've got 3 games to talk about, all with big implications in the respective conferences. Let's just start this. Cue the title. Hey guys, it's Dick's Report, and like I said, I got 3 games to talk about for College Football Friday. Partly because these are big time games and I just couldn't choose one, and partly because I wanted to make up for missing last week. Sorry about that. So let's start off with Penn State traveling to Iowa. This is a game where it's Penn State's first true test. Yes, they are undefeated, but they really haven't faced anybody that's on Iowa's level yet. This is a ranked matchup, and this is a big time game for both teams. Like I said, for Penn State, first true test, but for Iowa, they cannot afford another loss. They've already lost to Michigan, and they got to go play Wisconsin later on. This is a game that Iowa must win if they want to win the Big Ten West. If they want to win their division, they have to play good against Penn State. Now, what about the quarterbacks in this matchup? Well, for Penn State, Sean Clifford, it's pretty simple. Don't turn the ball over! You turn the ball over against Iowa, they're going to make you pay for it. So protect the ball. I know people hate this term, but he has to be a game manager for this game. He doesn't need a spectacular performance. He just has to play good enough to give Penn State a chance. And for Nate Stanley, play like the senior that you are. You are in your 3rd year as a starter. Make plays when Iowa needs them. He did not do that last week against Michigan. That's why they lost. That's why they only scored 7 points. Do it this week and give your team a chance. And as important as the quarterbacks are, the defenses are just as important. These are 2 of the top defenses in the Big Ten, and they're going to take over this game. This is going to come down to not which offense is going to make the last big play, which defense is going to make the last big play. Whichever defense makes the last big play, that's who's going to win this game. Moving on from a game that's going to be taken over by defense to a game that's going to be taken over by offense, we got Oklahoma at Texas. This is Jalen Hurts versus Sam Ehlinger. These are 2 high-powered offenses against 2 defenses that are going to give up a lot of points. This is going to be a high-scoring game, and it's going to be whichever quarterback makes the last play at the end. Jalen Hurts is off to a great start at Oklahoma. Can he keep it up? Texas is a little bit more athletically gifted in the secondary than any other team that he's faced. And Ehlinger, he's also off to a great start. So we should expect an offensive battle that's going to come down to whoever has the ball last. Now, even though these offenses are great, can the defenses actually make some plays late? Can they get a key turnover or a key stop that's going to help them win this game? If one of the defenses can do that, that could be the difference between winning and losing. And whoever wins this game takes control of their own destiny in the Big 12. Whoever wins just has to worry about winning the rest of their games and getting to the Big 12 championship. That's all they have to worry about if they can win this game and not anything else. And this last matchup is an SEC matchup. Florida travels to LSU. And again, quarterbacks are going to be big. For Kyle Trask, this is another big test for him. He faced off against Auburn last week, and he got Florida the win, while Joe Burrow needs to continue doing what he's done all season long so far, which is be spectacular. These quarterbacks, it's going to be a big deal for this matchup. You don't want to make a big mistake late in the game. So these quarterbacks, they need to be on top of their game. And we have really good offenses going up against really good defenses. Both these teams are going to have less than 300 yards a game. That is impressive. That really is. So can these offenses get going, or are these defenses going to stop them all game long? Are we going to see a low-scoring game, or can these offenses get some points on the board? And for both teams, this would be a statement win. For LSU, they've already taken down Texas. Now they take down Florida, who is ranked number 7. That's a big-time win. And say they lose close to Alabama, and then they dominate the rest of their opponents. Well, the voters are going to say this team took down Texas, they took down Florida, and they were close to Alabama. Can we put them in the college football playoff even though they did not win their division? That's going to cause some problems for these voters if LSU can pull this off. And for Florida, it's the same thing. If they can pull this off and beat Georgia, that's a statement win all on its own. So this is a big statement win for both these teams that do want to end up winning their division, winning the SEC, and maybe get into the college football playoff. Now, what are my picks for these games? For Penn State and Iowa, this comes down to who's playing at home. That's Iowa. That is one of the toughest places to play. If it was at Penn State, I would say Penn State, but it's not. I gotta go with Iowa. For Oklahoma against Texas, I'm actually gonna go with the road team on this one. I think Oklahoma has just a little bit too much over Texas, and it's a close game, but Oklahoma wins. And Florida at LSU, I'm gonna go with LSU on this one. I think their team is just slightly better than Florida right now. All right, guys, that was College Football Friday, and I will see you next time.